morning, FlossTube. It is Chrissy, finally a farm girl. It is Monday, February 20th. I'm sorry if I missed you yesterday. We had family in town. I believe from Thursday to early this morning. My niece was here visiting, Brittany, and it was a really busy but fun week, and it was so nice to be able to get together. She is in her young 20s, and it's just, you know, she is just the epiphany and reminder that a positive, upbeat attitude makes a person that you want to hang out with, because she's just constantly smiling, constantly looks at the positives in life, and that just is a joy, just such a joy. So welcome to my channel. There are several new subscribers. Thank you so much. If you are new and maybe this is your second time or third time, this is my cross stitch channel, and I usually do record on Sunday mornings. This is just a kind of a different day because my husband, like I said, we had company, and my husband has today off for President's Day. So we are going to get out and do some things as a family. This is getting really close to Nashville Needlework Market, and not that many of you are new and have never heard of it, but if you hadn't, it's a really exciting time in a stitcher, designer, shop owner life. So I think we are about 2 weeks away. It is the first weekend in March, and anyways, it has been the experience of a lifetime. Lessons just keep coming, but I love every minute of it, and I am really thankful for the teamwork that I have. So I also, because I finished my models and have revealed them, and so many of those boxes are getting checked off, the to-dos, I went back to my own stitching, and it was great. It really was great. Okay, so for those of you coming back, hi friends. I have been missing you lately. I feel like that the last few times have been a little crazy. It was so great to have Peter back. That's O for Pete's Sake on Instagram, and that's 0 for Pete's Sake. He always brings the most beautiful stitches with him. He is an impressive stitcher. So anyways, I am so glad you enjoyed that. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. All right, what did I do this week? Well, I already shared a little bit. I had a good time, and I made a concerted effort that when we could, I would get together and spend time with my niece. And I got to meet her boyfriend, and I can see why they are together. Another very upbeat, positive young man. They were great with Philip, and that means the world to a mommy of special needs. So I also went to a retreat on Saturday, a one-day retreat with Brick City Cross Stitch, and that was that was the first official one-day retreat. Jean, the shop owner of Brick City Cross Stitch, has come up with this fantastic idea, because not every one of us can attend a 3-day whole weekend retreat, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, etc., and get the hotel. So because everybody wants to go, if you could only make it on a Saturday, she found the perfect way to make it work for everybody. And so this was the first Saturday, one-day retreat, bare bones retreat. And there were several people that it was their very first retreat that I was friends with, and so it made it even more special. Now, I am here to tell you that we had quite the adventure. Let me scooch up a little bit closer here. Sorry. I don't like being so far away. I don't know why. But, okay. So, my friend Jen, Sweet Chaos Stitcher, was going to pick me up. Now, after we sold the farm, we went down to one car. So it's different, but our goal is to have a golf cart, and because we live in a golf cart community, and you know, that just hasn't happened yet. And so it was wonderful that Jen of Sweet Chaos Stitcher is she was going to go, and it was her first time, so she picked me up, and then we picked up our sweet friend Chris Lady, who is the Crisscross Stitcher on Instagram, and they're both beautiful stitchers. And so we picked her up because she's had a little foot surgery and can't drive for a bit. So we were able to pick her up, and she is healing great, and she's out and about. So off we went, and we got talking and chatting and doing all the things girls do in the car, and laughing, and we completely missed our exit, and we drove for 30 extra minutes, made it basically to Gainesville, had no clue. So I'm a terrible navigator. That's me. I own it. I got so into chatting and talking, and we had all the Google phones and equipment, and we just were girls, and we just basically kept driving. Oopsie, what happened? I don't know why that came on. Something came on and said it might not have the best performance. I think it's Logitech. Anyway, so I hope this is working good. That would be sad. Anyways, we laughed so hard. We called Linda, who of course was there, Stitchy Linda, and her, and she was already there, had the table, and we were on time. We were so on time. It starts at 10. We got there at 10:40, and not only did we pass it going there, when we finally realized that we were past it, we looped around and we passed it again. Yeah, so that's what Stitchy Talk does to you. It takes over the brain. It was hysterical. But anyways, we did make it. We had a great time. There were good, it was a great day. I saw Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher. I saw Jamie and Jordan. Those are mother-daughter stitching duo. And they're actually local. The daughter's local. And so, we eventually need to get together and stitch. But I saw so many people. Stacy, our table, Peter came. That was his first one-day retreat as well. So we convinced him to come and hang out with us crazy ladies. It was fun. It was so fun. I can't list them all, but we had a great day. We had Jean, the shop owner, made her famous Sloppy Joes. And what more fun can you have, right, ladies, at a retreat? With food and cookies and chatting and stitching. And there's a lot of times that Linda and I don't get to stitch together. We talk every day, but we don't always get to just sit back and stitch. So it was really, really nice. And I will say that was probably, besides my niece being here, the highlight of my week. Other than that, I want to get started, and I want to show you what I've been working on. There's a couple other announcements. I'll get to those in just a minute, but I wanted to share my finish. This is Mabel Lee 1889 by Chessie and Me. Now I've already passed the pattern on, but I had picked this while I was working on some market things and stitching to just have something on the side that was little. So this is Mabel Lee, oopsie, by Chessie and Me. And let's see if I can put it up good for you. Go. There just comes with, just does 2 flosses, both DMC. I had run out of it at one point, so she sat for like maybe a week. But I love her, and I think that we're gonna go to Hobby Lobby today so I can leave her for framing. So that was an FO, and I have another red work type sampler, and I love it. And I love the name Mabel. I really love the name Mabel. So then I thought, if I'm gonna drop off, I have had a Whilst Iris Snaps Redwork Sampler, Florence May Pickens, 1889. I have had this sitting on display just as a flat piece on an old primitive like writing desk, and I thought I kind of want to get it framed now. I'm kind of ready. I have a couple, so I have finished this a long time ago, and I used to just like fold it over like this. See if I can hold it up like that. I would just do it like this and put it on. I put it on this desk that I had. So this is a beautiful, beautiful redwork. And I believe I used DMC 115, so it gives you, let's see if I can fold it in half. It gives you that beautiful variegation from light red to dark. Wow, I love it. So I thought I would take them both and drop them off, and I would have two new redwork pieces. I have a gap on my wall there since I moved the furniture around. Yes, I moved the furniture around. I might have mentioned that when Peter was here, but either way, it's really working out nice for us both to face the TV and have the couch right there. So I don't know how long it'll stay that way, but sometimes us women just get a bug up our butt and we redo things. But it left me with that empty gap that I don't like at all. So I do know I am going to, when I get home from market, I am going to hang woolen flax up there. Eventually, my market releases are going to go home with Jean from Brick City Cross Stitch, so they can immediately be on display for her like market week. But when woolen flax comes home, I can't wait to hang it. I really can't. So those, I was excited to have that finished in a sampler. It's been a while since I've had a sampler finish besides like my own that I did. Okay, so now WIPs. I pulled out my modern folk embroidery, and I had so much fun. I had to get reacclimated, and I did. So I pulled out modern folk embroidery, Fruit of Plenty. Let me just find the cover for you. Okay, this was the 2021 Modern Folk Embroidery, Fruit of Plenty. And my mom and I were going to start this together, and when January came, I believe we both got the first block done. I did about 4 months worth. And then my mom passed away, and I kind of just put it down. And I'm so glad that I was motivated and inspired by Peter to get it back out. So I worked, I think, almost 3 nights on it, maybe two good nights. So this is my progress. And I had a really good time. So let me show you what I worked on. If I roll it up a little bit, wait a minute, it's backwards to me. Okay, okay, this is the left side, and so I did this bird, and I worked on all of this filigree like in here. So, and I did this whole motif, I guess you would say. It's half. You can see where it stops. But my blues I'm using are my favorite, 924 and 926 of DMC. And I love it. So, I think I'm even more motivated now with bringing some blues in this room, that it will be hung in this room, and I'm just so excited. So that was great progress, and it took me a little bit to just find where I left off, find where it was. It's not too hard to figure it out on his patterns, So didn't take long, and I was off and running, and I absolutely love it. It's housed in a bag that my mom made with a vinyl front. I've got the pattern showing, so I'm not going to show you, but love it. That was one WIP. Now, get out another. 1 second here. I shocked myself, sorry, and I pulled out one afternoon wanting something different, and I definitely can't do modern folk embroidery with in the afternoon sitting with Philip. So I decided, okay, I pulled out Blackbird Designs Mother's Honor Do. All right, guys, it's been a long time since I worked on this. I should have finished this last Mother's Day, and I didn't. But let me show you what I was able to finish. Where I left off was, I was to the point of needing to put in our names in. So I was able to get that done, and this is where I'm at. So it says, with my needle, I sew our names to give my mother her honor due. And it says, it's flopping all around. Let me see if I can help it a little bit. Jan and Chris. Now, the pattern says, over here, you would put the last name down below. So I had to stop there, and now I'll have to chart out. I'm just going to use my maiden name because that's the name that we shared. I'm pretty confident that that's what they wanted you to do. So this is where I'm at. And now I need to get back to the big flower here, and I think I need to grab an extra floss. But I was pretty pleased with getting the personalization in. I absolutely love it. It's a little confetti-ish, but not terrible, and I'm stitching it on 28 count butterscotch that I absolutely love. And there's not too many colors. So there's there's 5 colors, but I did officially run out of raspberry parfait. So anyways, I'm hoping to continue putting my goal is to put a few stitches into this every week and finish it, and then it'll be done. And then my goal would be definitely to bring her home on Mother's Day. I think that would be a super sweet finish, and I'm gonna stick with it. So anyways, that is Mother's Honor Due, and this is in my stitch fold bag. So super sweet. But okay, then I also worked on, I went to my dad's on Wednesday, just like I always do, and that I knew Saturday was going to be busy with the retreat, and I knew I probably wouldn't come home and do my typical stitching Saturday Prairie Schooler. So I took it with me to my dad's Wednesday. I really do need to come up with something or start something. I usually use that time for model stitching, and so I did start something, and I'm really excited about that. So I think I'll be taking that to my dad's now instead of the Prairie Schooler, but I did this week. I am stitching this with a few of my besties, Tina from Team Egner and Linda, Stitching Linda. So this is Christmas Eve. Now, I am not gonna lie, there's some boo-boos in this. I don't know when it happened. I don't know how it happened. I know it was like market brain at the time when I was getting it started. I love it. I'm not worrying about it, and I am not picking it out. The border is going to be different. That's all I got to say. But this is my progress. I now have, 2 reindeer. Santa got his quilt on, and I'm still working below, filling in the white in between. So that's what I got. It's a little dark over there, sorry. Oh, So this week my goal would be to fill in Santa's bag. He's got his sack hanging out the back, and do a little more in the village. I'm kind of excited because I really feel like I'm going to be able to by the end of March. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this by the end of March, but it's going to be close, or end of February. So sorry. It's going to be close. What is it? Today's the 20th. 8 days. It's going to be very close. So it would be really cool if I finished my mother's honor due and this by the end of February. That would be so awesome. But this is housed in Goose Bag, Miss Denise, and I kind of keep the next Prairie Schooler ready because I kind of want to do them all year long. This is on 28 count wheat Lugana, and I love the color. Absolutely love the color. I think it's perfect for the browns. So I'm excited. I'm not sure which one I want to do next. I'm really not. I don't know if I want to go and do the nativity, or if I want to just keep going with the Santa. I want to do whatever feels best, because then you'll stitch it. So we shall see. Maybe we were talking at the retreat about this. Maybe I'll move into one of the Prairie Schoolers Halloween, like basically black work. They have so many of them, and I have a couple that you're just using a few colors. So that might be a fun transition, and do one of those and then go back to Christmas. So that was a few WIPs. Okay, then I had a start of a new design. I know market hasn't even happened yet, but I really enjoy sometimes during the day designing now, as opposed to stitching. I do just whatever I feel like, and so I do have my next group of stitches and designs that I'd like to get model stitched, and some I do myself. This one is particularly special because this is going to be inspired off of my grandfather's farm. Him and my grandmother had 85 acres in Davisburg, Michigan, and they lived on Bigelow Road, and my sister and I had our horses there. So I won't give you all the details, but I will give you a sneak peek because I want to share with you. This fabric is delicious. Now, I've never stitched. I don't know why. I just haven't. I have never stitched on an R&R fabric before. And this is 32 count Mayflower Mocha, and it is dreamy. So this is my start on a future design. Now, let's see if I can. There you go. How dreamy is that color? Mayflower Mocha. And it's probably a little darker than what it's showing. But yeah, it's definitely more like there. So it's farmy, and it's real special. It can be for anybody, but it's definitely got some wonderful hidden stories in there that I can't wait to share when it's time. So I also got a new start going. All right, what else did I have? I have an FFO. One second here, that I'm so excited to share. I was like dying. Now I shared it on Instagram because that's just what you do. But I wanted to share it here. Make sure you stay. Make sure you stay, because I want to make sure we talk about one of the bigger announcements at the end. So hold tight. It's coming. I had finished when we went to StitchCon last year. We did a stitch along with a design by Sue Hillis, and it revolved around StitchCon. So Sue Hillis did an exclusive pattern that ultimately, because everybody wanted to do join in on the sale, they opened it up. So this was mine, and I had an idea that I wanted to make a treasure box. And I'm not quite finished, but I'm finished with the inside almost. But I wanted to have a treasure box to take with me to StitchCon or to retreats, you know, of a bigger nature. And I think it turned out really cute. So I bought a box, I painted it, I Mod Podged, and had a good old time put it together. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see the goodies inside, but this is what I created. So it's a box that has this handle, and it was from Hobby Lobby. Sorry, that's our birds. It's gorgeous out here today in Florida. And so then on the inside, after I painted it black, the inner top lid, I glued in, it was actually a peel and stick felt. It's awesome. So I did paint it, and then I put this super nice felt right in there. As then on the lid, which I'm going to work on creating like a little Mod Podgy scrapbooking type thing with all my treasures from StitchCon. So right now it is just a red gingham piece of scrapbook paper on top that I have to go back now and just sand the edges ever so slightly. But it is nice, shiny, all glued on and perfect. And then I used the same red gingham for, let me see if I can get it up there. You can see it now. For the bottom. And then I have all my very special things from my friends, my special Kohana scissors, so that when I go, and I've got a little Ort container that my mom made that's magnetic, pin cushions. This is a black sheep, a little black sheep measuring tape. That was my mom's. And Melissa Neely made this pin cushion for the table mates last year. And Karen, my friend, made this little one with the counters. And so, and then my mom had weaved this little sweet little basket. So I thought, how cute. And then it's just super sweet because you can just, I made sure that anything I put in it, I could just close up, latch it up, and it was good to go. Now I will say that the Fun Treasures, the box here, that red box, right there, that one that's sitting in there is from Terry, the Old Needle Shop on Etsy. She made a couple of those pieces in there. Let me see if I can get it here. She made the needle book, and this is going to be for my vending machine money at StitchCon, because I learned there's one right outside the door, and I did not have change last year. So it kind of perhaps, but what I did was I put ticky tack underneath it to hold the box in place, so that it wasn't flopping around on me. So anyways, it worked great. And then I'm able to, you know, I just think I had a really good time, guys. It was so much fun. So hopefully you can see. There you go. But that was my FFO, and I keep it open and on display right on my, right there, actually, right on my desk. And I just keep it propped open, and then if I want to use my stuff, I can. Yes, I got my hair cut. She did a really good job, but I didn't curl it. We are going to go off and do some fun things today, and so we had a morning Zoom neurologist call with Philip, which everything went good, but I wanted a haircut for Market, clean it up a little bit, so it is so weird with it gray. So weird. Okay, so that was fun, like FOs and FFOs, and it's been just a real joy. I wanted to now, before I go into haul, because I have a little, I wanted to go into the bigger announcement that I had last week was the fact that I am so honored that Barbara of Stitching with Grammy, who is also from Michigan, had asked me to be the featured designer at the Great Lakes Stitchers gathering. It is in September. I will make sure my husband links everything, the dates, the pictures of the retreat center, the view. You are literally on Lake Huron in Michigan. Registration is open. Go register. I would love to design something for you. I already have 2 pieces. So there will be 2 types of exclusives. One that's a little more fun and whimsical, and one that I cannot wait to share with you, the story behind it, the thought process. So if you're local to Michigan, and even if you're not, you can fly. I'd love to meet you. But there's going to be a beautiful annex with a huge view of Lake Huron. So there are going to be shops. It's an all-inclusive retreat, so it does include meals and it includes your room. I am thrilled. I was honored, and guess what? Hubby and Philip are going to go too. They will be staying with me, and then we still have family in Michigan. So one, thank you so much, Barbara, for inviting me to be the featured designer. I am anxious, and I got so excited that I just instantly started creating, and I am just thrilled to start stitching on that and share it, with you when the time comes. So like I said, the link will be there. If you aren't into links, all you need to go, if you are on Instagram or whatever, I will make sure that he puts Stitching with Grammys, it's the link and across the front and the website, because you register by going out to her website, and I think it'll be fantastic. I also know I grew up in Michigan, in Clarkston, Michigan. I lived in a couple other places in Michigan, Waterford and Troy. Troy for a very small spurt. We had decided we were definitely liked it in the country. And then my parents built a home in Clarkston on Snow Apple. There was a new Snow Apple and an old Snow Apple is kind of how they called it. Ours was over on the newer side in just a small neighborhood. And most of my memories, teenage, middle school are in that home. And that is when my grandparents bought their farm in Davisburg, which was about 20 minutes away, 15 minutes, jump on a couple of roads and we were at their farm. And that is when my sister and I had our horses. And that is when I fell in love with, farms and things like that. So a huge part of my history is in Michigan. And it took a very long time to say that, yes, Florida is my home and I've been here a long time. However, Michigan is my forever home. So I hope that if you are anywhere near there and are available, that you will get out there and register. I know Barbara and I would love to see you. And there is also a special guest that is another Michigander. And I think you don't want to miss this. I can't urge you enough that if you are local, come join us. I have talked to Barbara and I know some of the fun things that she's planning, and it's going to be great, really great. And I think it's going to be so cool that Philip and Randy can come, so you will get to meet Philip. Him and Randy are going to go off and visit his family, and Philip, we're just going to, he's going to relax and see his family, and then obviously come back in the afternoon to join me. So yes, you will see them, and I am super stoked. I am super, super excited about it. And Michigan in the fall, beautiful. So maybe you're from Ohio, maybe you're from Illinois, maybe you want to fly. You could do that. Anyways, I look forward to seeing you there. And again, thank you so much, Barbara, for thinking of me and making such a beautiful, finding us a beautiful place for this retreat. It is going to be so peaceful and therapeutic. So I'm very excited. Okay, moving on to haul. I have seen a couple people stitch this before, and I've always loved this pattern. I'm going to pull a picture out for you so you don't have the glare. This is the actual antique sampler on the front. But when you see those that have stitched it, it is gorgeous, and I believe you saw Peter's last time he was here. But this is Lindy Stitches, Though He Seemeth Sleeping. And you know that I love the samplers that have scripture that just means the world to me. I love having visual reminders. And so, let me put my glasses on. Let me get the name. I wanted to give you the name because even though she named it Though He Seemeth Sleeping, one second, I wanted to share the young girl's name with you, which I'm sure maybe you of those who have stitched it are screaming it out right now. I also love the fact that like Peter had shared with you, this is a great one that gives you several options for the floss that you can use. I just wanted to get to the end. I know it's Emily Bestwick. Emily Bestwick, I think is what it is. So it is so gorgeous stitched up. I love the colors. The border looks fun, and I cannot wait to get stitching on this. I'm not confident when I will start it, but let's just say this. If perchance I was able to get those two, my Blackbird Mother's Honor Due, and finished, I would not hesitate to start that. It just looks so fun. And the fact that I can probably pull most of those flosses from stash makes it, you know, that much more easy to kit up and exciting. So, all right. That is really my only haul. However, I have fun things to show you from Back Order Shop. So I'm not going to take these out of the bags, but they have a lot of cute things that they have come out with and have sent, and it's just so funny how they have even evolved so much. They've got all the thread fun things now. So you have your new thread bling with the red gingham. I am a huge gingham girl, so I am going to love this. I guess I could take it out. Hold on. Nope, you got to rip it. It's got a heart in the middle of the red gingham. See if I can. It's just getting a little bit of a glare there. Super cute. I think, is that upside down? Yeah. Very cute. This is your keychain charm of the little houses from the Prim houses. New needle minder from the Bee in My Bonnet, the butterfly. Now, I gotta tell you, I absolutely loved seeing this chicken get stitched. I am going to stitch this chicken. I've seen it two ways. My friend Chris Leedy is stitching it very tiny. I believe she's doing the 1/1. But this is from the Chicken Club, and this one is named Florence. And Chris Leedy has also done the quilt, which is phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I hope she shares it on her Instagram soon. But I love this, and I think that it's perfect for in my kitchen and the dough bowl and stuff, because I still am a huge crazy chicken lady. So cute, and I'm not sure if I'll stitch the chick. I kind of had an idea to stitch the chick alone, but Jody that I ran into at the retreat is stitching this, and I mean, I've seen it up close. Super cute, really super cute. And then she's stitching it on a little bit of a lighter fabric. Chris Leedy is stitching it on a darker, and she's doing the 1/1, and oh my gosh, that is adorable. Then they sent Lady Claws, which I think is really cute, goes in line with their other patterns that they've put out. So she's really cute with her little glasses and spectacles, I should say. A good winter one came out. These are your stackables, and this is January, and this one's produced by It's So Emma. Now, I had an idea for this one because my sister and I both used to ice skate. Even so much so that in our backyard when we were in Clarkston, my dad one year made us an ice skating rink, and it was fantastic. So there's some really good memories with ice skates and skating and winters. So I think that I will probably pull out, let me open this for you. The glare makes me crazy. There you go. I think the stock or the skates would be great just to make for an ornament. So I'm really thinking about doing that. Then Be Mine came. This is your Simply Sign patterns, and this is number 1. And this is a Valentine's one, which Valentine's is over, but you know, how cute to just have the letters anyways. I kind of was thinking that. Sometimes it's fun just to use a letter for somebody's room or something. So this would not be my taste to stitch, but I certainly don't mind having the letters. So it was cute. Then I got these, they sent sweetheart ornaments. Now these are definitely more my style. I can think of a few reasons to be able to stitch them individually, but these are called your sweetheart ornaments, and this one has 12 designs in the book that was put together by It's So Emma. So this was another Valentine type book. I was trying to get that part close. But the part I liked was you have here an engagement ring, you have a cake. So there's cupcakes, a lock and key. I think it would be really cute to, you know, you could use it for somebody's wedding. You could make an ornament for them with the date. You could use, you know, doesn't have to be a wedding cake, but it could be. So I can see using some of those for more than Valentine's Day. And they are in color. They're not huge. I was trying to see what the stitch count was. I wanted to find the, there's a coffee cup, cupcake, your letter, the lock and key, the ring, Will You Be Mine, is, seriously, 28 by 28. How fun is that? And they're showing it finished in a little, looks like a little tart pan. And the cake itself is 28 by 28. I guess they're all 28 by 28. That would make sense. That was silly of me to not think that they wouldn't be. So they finished at 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. So I really do like those. I would change the colors. That's just, you know, that's just my taste. But I can see making some really good ornaments out of that. Okay. What's the plan? It's Monday. My husband doesn't work. We're off. We're heading off today, and I'm hoping to drop off those 2 pieces after I iron them to the framer. After we do that, I'm excited to get stitching back on my farm model. My goal will be after market to have a early summer type of, that would be when my next designs will come out. I'm definitely learning that it's best if they come out, you know, as a group. And so now with the website, which, by the way, I hope you've checked that out. Thank you so much for all the wonderful comments. I hope that you have subscribed to my newsletter. If you haven't, you can go out to, I'll make sure they're all in there, finallyafarmgirl.com, and you can do finallyafarmgirl@gmail.com. But if you go out to my website, on every single page of the website, there is a subscribe button. Just hit subscribe. It'll take you straight there. You do not have to put your address in. hit subscribe again. That seemed to be what threw people off. Once you've put your name in, there's another button underneath that says subscribe. Just hit that. And when you do, within about 3 minutes, you'll have a free pattern emailed to you from me. So it's going to be fun to be able to do that. And that is probably where you're going to see some live videos and things of that sort. So if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, I would encourage you to do so. And every now and then, once you do, then you'll get my newsletter, which my first one in February has already gone out. Okay, guys, let's see. Other than that, pre-orders are coming in for market. If you haven't gotten your pre-orders in, now is the time to do it. A lot of places, I have not closed out my date for pre-orders yet, but there are some that already have. So if you're interested in anything, now is the time to get your pre-order into your favorite cross-stitch shop or needlework shop, whoever you use. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait. And other than that, I will be working on whatever those come in. Other than that, I'm very ready. I had to buy another printer. I think it was the best decision to make because now I can print more than one pattern at a time. And it's just part of something that's growing, and I think it worked out to be the best choice for my husband and I. So other than that, I'm going to enjoy this week. Keep prepping, keep stitching, keep smiling. Thank you, Lord, for all the wonderful blessings, for the safe travels of my niece. And I am excited. Please let me know if you sign up for the Great Lakes Stitchers Gathering in September. Please let me know if you're gonna, if you do sign up. I'd love to know. I'm very excited, and it is going to be hard to contain myself with who the special guest is. And I thank you guys all for supporting me in this constant stitching journey of mine, as well as the designing journey, because I certainly did not know that 2023 was going to include market and to be a featured designer. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Be blessed. Love you all, and don't forget to floss. Bye, guys.